weeks ago, the UPDF, in a joint operation with DRC forces, launched a series of strikes against the Allied Democratic Forces militants in the eastern DRC. The operation was intended to drive the militants out of their bases. It came after a series of terror attacks in different parts of Uganda, all of which were blamed on the ADF. Ugandan authorities have blamed the ADF for deadly suicide bombings in the capital, Kampala, in November 2021. The armed group has also been accused of carrying out dozens of attacks in the eastern DRC. In DRC, it is from Mukakati, a temporary base where the Ugandan army has settled in the middle of the forest in DRC's Beni territory. At the front line, against armed forces in Northeastern Democratic Republic of Congo, Major General Kayanja Muhanga of the Ugandan Army has stated his determination to destroy, once and for all, the rebels of the Allied Democratic Forces, a nightmare for the African Great Lakes region.
So, the enemy has been preparing, and we have also been preparing.
For the Major General, also the Ugandan commander leading these operations in DRC, it is time to hunt down the rebels until the total restoration of peace.
But of course, the initial plan has already been effected to engage the rebel camps in areas of Kambi Yayua, Belu 1 and Belu 2, Tondoli, and others. So we have been engaging the enemy using artillery and the Air Force.
Without specifying a deadline set for this operation, the Ugandan officer, however, clarified the mission's priority of eradicating the ADF rebels to allow the return of a lasting peace and commercial activities in the northeastern part of the DRC.
The Islamic State is an international terrorist organization, so I think we should have the support of everyone in this operation.
Referring to the memorandum signed by the two armies that guides the objective of these ongoing operations, he promised that the two armies will do their best to end the sufferings of their people from the violence inflicted by the ADF rebels. Responding to the question raised by some organizations against the deployment of Ugandan armed forces in the DRC, Major General Muhanga reassured that his country has no hidden agenda behind these operations, which simply consist of hunting down and eradicating the ADF rebels.
Doing very well with the Wananchi, the local leaders. We are together, they support our operations. We have no problem with the civilian population. They are supportive of what we are doing. They are supportive of our operations in Eastern DRC. Wanakuja wanaripoti kwetu, hatuwezi tukawaumiza, tutawapokea vizuri na hatuna shida zaidi nao, lakini kama wanaendelea na kupigana na tunawakamata, watapata matatizo zaidi, yani watachukuliwa mahakamani, watahukumiwa.
A few days into the peak forests of DRC, the joint troops launched construction works along the Nobili Kamango Semliki Beni Road, which had almost been rendered impassable due to its poor state and the insecurity caused by the ADF terrorists.
We need some few days, very few days. We are working on the road to Semliki Bridge, from where we shall launch further ground operations against the terrorists. Of course, it takes some time. It will take some few days, but I don't think it's going to take very long. It's just a few days. So, the enemy has been preparing, and we have also been preparing. We knew that there was that stretch of road, about 9 kilometers, that we needed to work on to be able, to cross our logistics and the troops ahead to advance and engage them.
The Mukakati Forward Operating Base lies in the middle of Ituri Forest, which is 18 kilometers from the Uganda-DRC border at Busunga. The road had hindered the UPDF ground offensive against the ADF rebels. The construction works were flagged off by Colonel James Kasule, the Operation Commander Shuja, and Colonel Bia Bagolo Antonio from the Congolese Defense Forces.
Another objective is to enable traders. As you saw, this road, only motorcycles are used to ferry goods and people. But by yesterday, there were vehicles coming all the way from Beni towards our border between Uganda and Congo.
Speaking to journalists in Mukakati, Kano Kasule said that the works will take 2 to 3 days in which they will have cleared part of the road. Kano Antonio said that the joint collaboration with the UPDF is moving on well and is optimistic that the ADF rebels will be no more in the area.
The collaboration is really moving very good. As you can see along the road, you see UPDF side by side with FADAC, and this will help to continue to track down the ADF deeper in the forest. The road was a very, very important step that they are going right now to finish.
Au moment où je vous parle, il y a déjà des troupes déjà positionnées dans plusieurs bastions.
He added that the road is crucial because it will enable the two armies to move deeper into the forests where the ADF has several bases. The Congolese commander implored the joint force to sustain pressure on the remnants in order to cause more defections. Uganda People's Defense Forces is also into community engagement initiatives and have set up places to provide medical services and also water points for clean water.
For a medical center, and many times they are coming for treatment. We have started also opening up water points and other activities. More especially is to inform them of our aim, our objective of coming here.
The UPDF medical camp provides medical care to the soldiers and to the Congolese who cannot access health facilities.
The number we're treating right now, we're seeing an exponential increase as the days go by, because those whom we treat go and inform others back in the communities. Commonly, from the civilian population of the DRC, at the moment, we're seeing the highest majority being respiratory tract infections, gastrointestinal infections. Commonly, they are known as diarrheal diseases that are characterized by vomiting, abdominal pain, and malaria. Being a densely forested area, malaria is very common here. And right now, we have registered success with the civilians we have treated so far.
Major Peter Mugisa, the spokesperson of Shuja Operation, said the UPDF engineers are working hard to open up water points for the people.
Started getting pediatric cases, the children. So the mothers have started the civilian mothers have started coming in with their children for treatment. Yes, so we shall continue treating both the soldiers of UPDF, FADAC, and any other soldiers whom, because this is a joint operation, any other soldiers whom we may be working with.
According to Major Mugisa, they have been sensitizing the Congolese nationals about their presence in the DR Congo and the importance of opening up the road.
Hatutakuwa na boga tena. Tena hatutakimbia tena kwenda Nobili. Tutalala na tunakula tunalala. Tunashukuru na kuya tulisa na basoda yetu banakuya ungana na basoda yetu ya Kongo kumaliza vita ngatu kwena amani.
Tunawaomba mtuunge mkono na ndugu zetu tuko nao, tufanye nini tupate amani. Wanasema kidole kimoja akivunji chao. Inafaa tuungane mkono, iwe raia wetu, iwe jeshi letu, iwe wafwazee wetu, tuwe na amani iwe Uganda, amani iwe Kongo, kama nchi jirani, si vile? Mtusaidie. Mtu asikudanganya kwambie no, angalia watu ndio wanasaidia ka enemy. Unasikia? Sasa ungekuwa unasaidia enemy kama naye anje pale ile mabombe, anje kupasuka kule Kampala. Si vile? Juu hakuna mtu atafurahi tu aone mtu anakufa hivi. Mungu aliumba mwanadamu kwa mfano wake. Mwanadamu aishi miaka 102 na 3. Akufika kifo cha ugonjwa na kifo cha Mungu.
There have been a propaganda in the DRC of bad groups telling people around that it was the government of Uganda initiated ADF to come and kill people around so that Uganda government be allowed to enter DRC. For them, they think to come, they say that to come and steal weapons from DRC. To assure the DRC people, for us, we are not here for business. We are not here for anything. We are here to help FADC to destroy ADF and other military groups to pave a way for peace in DRC and also Uganda. We have entered to where these people have been doing everything. And we shall follow them whenever they will go, either in a cave, in a mountain, and everywhere.